Dr. Simon Agger, chiropractor and clinical nutritionist, and we're doing our part 2 of surviving the holidays. We've already talked about chewing the food, getting better digestion, and trying to alleviate stress on the liver and the gallbladder. Now we're talking about taking stress off the pancreas. The pancreas handles blood sugar. That gets assaulted at this time of year by all the candy and the chocolates and the sweets and the marzipans and all that fun stuff that you celebrate Christmas and the New Year with. So how do we temper that? One way to temper that is to increase B vitamins. That can make a big difference. But also we can take stress off it by managing our blood sugar by taking protein and fats when we take sugar in. And that's going to mean that we get less of a spike in our blood sugar, and it's going to mean that we don't have that cortisol spike afterwards when our blood sugar drops after it tanks up like that. That'll decrease sugar cravings. But I know what you're thinking, how do I get rid of sugar cravings? Well, there's a couple of ways. If you have any inositol, which is part of the B family, it tastes very sweet, but that can take down sugar cravings very well just by taking that. Also, if you're looking at a cupboard, you've got any Gymnema. Gymnema is an Ayurvedic name for a herb which translates into sugar killer. And that'll take down the taste on your, the sweet taste buds on your tongue, and it'll actually help to stimulate your insulin receptors. And it can take down sugar cravings. It can also take down stress on the pancreas. Multizyme and Zypan are two of the enzymatic supplements that also have pancreatic enzymes in them that support the pancreas too. So remember those tenets when working with blood sugar and pancreas. When you get into the small intestine and the large intestine where everything's absorbed and we get all our nutrients, a lot of times we can get a lot of stress and you can get some constipation down through there. And people will experience a situation where they have slower motility, a slower movement of bowel movements because they're getting less greens and vegetables and more sugars and fats and carbohydrates during the holiday. One thing you can do is try and increase your greens. Excuse me. You can also get concentrated green food supplements if you've got some concentrated green foods, or cleanse supplements or green drinks. Get more of those in. That will help. Stretching will also help. Just basic side bending will stretch the intestines so that things start moving. Remember, movement is key here. Getting some walking in over the holidays makes a big difference. And again, to handle constipation, we talked about it with the gallbladder earlier, but you can start taking some choline, some beta foods, some cholesterol, different components of bile salts and things that will relax the tissue. You can also take some magnesium too. Typically you can do magnesium until you get loose downstairs, and then you know you've got a good dosage. But use those. And as far as food allergies, it can make a big difference down in the intestines. If you know you're allergic to wheat or you have an intolerance to wheat or dairy, then do your best to try and stay away from them. But you can also, digestive supplements can make a difference too. So, take your digestive supplements, have a good time, and call us when you're ready to recover in the first of the year. We have cleanse programs coming up, and we can talk about all these things. Okay? Any questions, shoot me an email, aggerchiro.com, info@aggerchiro email. Again, have a safe and happy holidays.